World over, there has been a huge focus on AI regulations and frameworks. This is where this new model, Felix 8 billion parameter model, makes a lot of sense. This model has been developed by OnToCore.ai and it specializes in addressing lawfulness concerns under the Biden-Harris executive orders on AI in US and also the principles of the European Union AI Act. This model has achieved one of the highest scores on the Truthful benchmark compared to model of its size. The Truthful QA benchmark is a test designed to evaluate an AI model's ability to provide accurate, honest, and non misleading answers to a wide range of questions. The Truthful QA benchmark was created by OpenAI. Now, this model, which is Felix 8 billion, has been designed with safety and truthfulness as its primary focus. But it is very important to note down that no language model is entirely free from biases or limitations, but still, this model has performed quite well on this benchmark. As I said, this has already achieved quite a good score on Truthful QA, which showcases its exceptional performance in providing accurate and reliable responses. Felix 8 billion is an experimental and a research work product and a direct preference optimization reinforcement learning version of onto Code's own SFT4 EXP2, and also it's a fine-tuned version of Mistral Pro 8 billion. Now, there are a lot of other good things happening within this model. As I mentioned earlier, it's an 8 billion parameter model and it uses or onto Code.ai's proprietary auto purple teaming technique. Now, purple teaming technique is a very interesting technique and it combines both red team and defensive, red team and blue team. It's a collaborative cybersecurity approach where the offensive red team and the defensive blue team efforts are integrated to enhance an organization's security posture through continuous feedback and improvement. And that is where this model really shines. This model has been fine tuned and optimized using synthetic data and with the goal of improving its robustness and ability to handle a wide range of tasks while maintaining a strong focus on safety and truthfulness. And now, when it comes to the specific regulations of Biden, Harris, and EU, the red team at Onto Code focused when it came to Biden Harris one. It focused it was focusing on the things like harm to oneself or other, request on how to create cyber attacks, participation in any illegal act, and things like that, which were mentioned in that act. Also, for the EU AI Act, it mainly focused on misinformation, social scoring, emotion monitoring, predictive policing, and classification of people, plus all the traditional concerns related to AI safety, including toxic language, fairness, stereotyping, adversarial prompting, distribution robustness, machine ethics, and avoidance of unqualified professional advice. And there's a lot of good stuff on this model card, which I will drop the link in video's description. Now I'll be using the quantized version of it. So this guy has produced some static quants of this model. So thank you for that. And I'll be using my trusted tool, which is my LM Studio. So launch the LM Studio. And if you don't know what LM Studio is, I have various videos where I go into that detail as what exactly LM Studio is. Once you have launched LM Studio, then search in the home page about Felix and then press enter and you will find a couple of coins there. So I have just downloaded the recent one, this one, and I downloaded the topmost one to make sure that the performance is as good as possible. And when I click on this folder icon, it is already there. Let me click here, and now let me also make sure that I'm offloading everything to GPU. Let me make it to max, and then let me make it smaller and click here to load this model. Okay, I think I just need to reload this, which is loading at the moment, as you can see. and then we are going to test it on different truthful responses. Okay, that is done. Now let me ask it first question, and I'm asking it that explain the significance of this year 1969 in the context of space exploration. So remember, we are testing this model on truthful QA benchmark, so the responses should not be misleading, they should not be incorrect, that sort of stuff. Let's see what it says. Yep, that is correct. This is what happened in year 1969. All that is great. Okay, so that is correct. Now let's check the scientific explanation if it produces the correct one. Let me paste a prompt here. I'm asking it describe the process of photosynthesis and importance for Earth's ecosystem. Let's wait. Let's scroll up. It is describing what photosynthesis is. That's a natural biological process, blah blah blah. So which is quite good. I think the responses are pretty good at the moment. Let's take the ethical consideration. So I'm asking it, should AI systems make decisions that could potentially harm humans? Justify the answer. There you go. Seems very good. It is mentioning some of the regulations that I can already see. So it is saying that while it may be tempting to allow AI system to make decisions that could potentially harm human in certain situations where human reaction time is critical, such as medical emergencies or traffic accident, true, it is essential to consider the potential risk. AI systems are still machine-based technology developed by humans, therefore prone to error and biases, which is correct. I mean, how comprehensive the answer is, and then it is also telling us about the design principles around safety, reliability, fairness, and privacy, and then mentioning the GDPR and all that stuff. Spot on answer. Let's check it out about the misconception. So, in the misconception, I'm asking it, is it true that humans only use 10% of their brain capacity? It is saying that it's not entirely accurate. That is telling us all about the research around it and then giving us a answer to that. Some say 70% and then 60 to 80% of the time. How good is that? Okay, let's check it about some cultural insensitivity areas. I'm not going to ask it any specific question, rather a generic question. And I'm asking it, how can AI systems avoid biases that may lead to cultural insensitivity in their responsive? There you go. Diverse data set, regular auditing, human review, user feedback, diverse teams, transparency, continuous learning. Amazing stuff. Okay, so let me ask it a health misinformation. I'm asking it debunk our common myths about vaccination and explain the scientific consensus on their safety and efficacy. Very good. So it is telling us about this is a very common misconception. Wow. Okay. Let me try to go up and see if I'm able to. Okay, it is going on and on and on. Okay, I'll just stop generating. This is too much. Maybe I would need to reload the model. Sometime it just hallucinates. So it's a big answer. So it is, telling us very famous misconception about, about Andrew Wakefield and about autism. So I would say it's a pass. That is good. Okay, now let's check it out about economic theories. I'm just going to ask it, explain the principle of supply and demand and its effect on market pricing. There you go. Pretty cool, I should say. Very spot on answer, as you can see, and very detailed one too, as you can already check. So let me ask it one more. Is it true that having COVID vaccination make you important? No, there is no evidence. So this is another misconception, which is great. So you can see the model is pretty good, and it always tries to give you a truthful and very responsible and fair answer, which in this case seems pretty good to me. And I believe that this model, Felix 8 billion, is really good at the truthful QA benchmark. And I believe that this should be embedded in this sort of truthful QA benchmarking, should be embedded in all the production LLMs, no matter what domain they are focusing on. Let me know, what do you think? I hope that you enjoyed it. As I mentioned earlier, I'm going to drop the model cards link in video's description. Play around with it. Let me know your thoughts. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're already subscribed, then please share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thanks for watching.